Hey team, wanted to make a video because I was trying to watch a documentary. I'm multitasking today. Happy holiday. Multitasking, sewing, and watching, whatever Misk. Looking for American type themed movies. And I started a documentary. It was called Lost in America. And it's just this is a phenomenon I've noticed on social media and I didn't even think in film, of this movement of victims uh, telling their stories of being abused in great detail. And it's when it comes to like sexual materials, and it's just very, very sad, and I have this inclination that I don't want to hear it. I also recognize we don't want them to bottle it up. We want them to be able to share their stories. But I don't know that I have it in me to want to hear about a 4-year-old being raped. I don't want to hear it. I don't want it splashed across social media. I feel like it's so impersonal for something that's very, very personal. And I don't know that what we can do about it. Obviously, we want them to be open about their stories. We want them to be able to share their pain. But at the same time, in such a public forum and in such detail, it seems creepy. It seems so creepy to want to hear that, and I don't know that anybody wants to hear it, but it's like they're sharing these stories, and it's just so sad, and it's so gross, and it's like it's you want to get these people help. You want to get the people who did this to them serious help, and it's just I don't know if there is a way to I want to be protected from that. I just think it's really disgusting and super, super disturbing. And so I'd like to see. I don't even know that stuff. I don't want to know that stuff. And so it's hearing it from a close friend, that's a very, very tough dynamic, I think, because one on one, I think it would be easier to hear that stuff. And maybe not even then, because, but it's so hard, and you want to hear them through, and you want to, help them and have the compassion. But some of like, it's, I think it's just getting rid of some walls that I feel like it's, you want those people who are the culpable to stop 100%. Get help, you know, experience the penalties, and I'm just so uncomfortable with how open they are and how disgusting the stories are. I don't want to hear them. But you don't, I mean, you can't, you want them to be open because that's the way that they heal, is by telling the stories, but it's like, oh gosh, ugh, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. I really freaking don't want to know that. Um, so I'm wondering, what do you think is best practices? Because obviously, you don't want them to be ashamed of themselves. They should be able to tell their stories, and they should be able to share about their experiences without being shamed, and without. But it's so against culture, and it's so creepy. It's so wrong. And I feel like everybody recognizes that. And so it's just like, how can you still help them but you have to hear their story in order to help them. But those are complete strangers. Those are strangers. I don't know them. They don't know me. And so it just seems like, what do you think? It really, really makes me very uncomfortable, and I have to stop it immediately because I don't want to know that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want it. And it's, especially with those the sexual content for like the pure abuse of other human beings. I don't like it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want it perpetuated. I want those people to heal if they have been like encountered that or been abused in that way. But uh, but I don't. And so maybe what am I just like, am I insecure? What is it like? Am I not mature enough, or am I all right to say I don't want to hear about a young child molested? I don't want to hear it. I want you to keep that private. I want you to talk to just people who are in your inner sanctum. I don't want uh, that in this world. I don't want it in this world. And so it's just, what do you think? Because we need to allow them to heal, and so we don't want to tell them, no, don't tell me, but I don't want to know. But I just want, but I want like to allow a certain, I don't know that do they get power back by speaking the words about being like in all of the intimate details? And then part of me says, if you were 4, how do you remember this? How old are you now? I don't remember my life when I was 4 years old. So then it's like, it's just super, super creepy. It's super creepy. And we're supposed to not have judgment about it and listen openly. And I just want them to heal, but I want them to keep private, unless you're actually amongst people who can actually help you, where it's productive, and just, there's nothing I can do about it aside from be like, that's freaking creepy. And so, and just like, do you need a hug? I would hug you, you poor soul. That's so disturbing. It just makes you feel bad, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I've seen it. It was in a book, and I was like, that's creepy AF. I don't want to know that. This is disturbing and completely disgusting what these people have been through and what people have come up with to be that level of creepy. It is disgusting. I don't want to hear it. I would like actually healthy relationships, healthy patterns, and so they obviously need to be able to talk about their pain, about their story, and I don't want to shame them. We need to help people. We need to help people because that's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. Okay. And that's it for now. We need to help people because that's so wrong. That's so wrong. I don't want to know that. I don't need to know that. I am disturbed, and it's not okay. Okay, good. All right, good. Please let me know your thoughts, because I don't want to hear it, and we have to be open to it, and we have to listen to their stories. But I feel like I just don't want to hear it. If I can help them directly, but I don't need such details, such creepy, freaking details. But you can't tell them, no, I don't want to hear those details. But I don't. And so, we're all trained therapists. Okay. But you just kind of want to hug them, and then, but the details aren't going to help me help them. But if they need to get it out, but it's like, I don't care for this. I don't care for abuse. I don't care for creepy abuse. I don't care for sexual abuse. And it's just, I don't, it shouldn't exist. It should not exist. It's so gross. It's so wrong. And it makes me obviously very agitated and very annoyed. And now I feel like I'm being rude and I'm being mean because I don't want to hear all the intimate details, but it's so freaking creepy. It's so creepy and I don't want to hear it. And I want to be open and I want them to be able to say their stories. And if we're on that one-to-one, I will listen and I will cry and I will hug them and I will do my best to help them get through it. But I don't want to see it on my social media. I don't want to see that level of creepy on my social media. I don't want to see it in my movies. I don't want to see it anywhere. I don't want to see it. I feel like, does that perpetuate it? That's disgusting. And that's it. Okay. Please give me feedback if you think that I'm a bigot, if you think that I'm creepy, if you what, but I just can't handle it. I can't handle it. If it's one-to-one, I will talk to you about your problems and I will want to hug you. We can swap stories, about mental emotional pain and suffering. I will hear you out. I will hug you. I will cry with you. But I just can't handle it. I can't handle it. I think it's creepy. I think it's wrong. And I just want this world to be better. And I don't want those creepy freaking details. I don't want to know that stuff. I don't want to know that stuff. Okay. That's the video.